Well, hello everyone, Texie88 here and welcome to another review. And now we're taking a look at James Pond 2, codename Robocod, for the Commodore Amiga, which came out in 1991 and is one of my favourite Amiga platform games. And it really is a very polished product, a great sense of humour at times as well. Speaking of humour, is a little bit of amusing product placement for our Penguin chocolate bars, which are still available here in the UK. So we've also got this tune that's very reminiscent of the tune that Basil Polidoris composed for the Robocop film that came out in 1987, the one that Dutch director Paul Verhoeven directed and made a star out of Peter Weller. But we're not here to talk about Robocop, we're here to talk about Robocod. So let's just get this going. That was just in the track mode then. So here's James Pond, our fishy secret agent with the robot's body, hence Robocod, and you can extend it like that, so it actually comes in very handy to be able to grab the underside of platforms. And yes, I do know about certain cheats involving those 5 items I've just collected, but I'm not going to actually give it away. So you get these doors lead to different levels, and you make your way up there, and you'll see locks on doors, and you can only proceed if you've done enough of the previous levels to be able to gain access to the next floor. You don't have to do both of these, but and your ability to raise your body, extend your body like that's cancelled if you come into contact with an enemy whilst trying to do it. So that's one thing to be mindful of. Nice as you parallax scrolling, great use, great colour, great visuals. Now you can see in the bottom left corner there that there is a picture of James Pond holding, with one hand holding some green slabs, and him holding up some fishy fingers. Fish fingers. No, sorry. And the number of fingers he's holding up is the number of lives he has left, and you can have up to 4 lives. He's currently holding 3 fingers up, so I've got 3 lives at the moment. And the green slabs he's holding are my hit points. You can have up to 5 of the 5 hit points and can top them up by collecting stars, like I just done there. And when it comes to defeating enemies, you can jump on them, but this is not. It's not like Mario. You can't. If you just jump on them normally, you're not going to do an awful lot of damage. But luckily, Robocod can see it took 2 hits to do a normal jump on, so it's not like Mario. But you can compact yourself into your shell like that and make yourself heavier and do a more damaging strike as a result. And when you grab the underside of a platform, you can shimmy like that, which does come in very handy on later levels. So again, because I didn't compact myself through like that, so it took longer to defeat the enemy. Nice music in this as well, and quite amusing cartoony sound effects. Now, that exit there's flashing, but if you see an exit that's not flashing, then you won't be able to exit it because if an exit's not flashing, then you have to pick up all the penguins that are in the area. because obviously, as you saw from the animated intro at the beginning, Dr. Maybe, obviously a play on words of Dr. No, just like James Pond is a play on James Bond. But anyway, Dr. Maybe's kidnapped penguins, and you need to rescue all the penguins in a stage in order to be able to unlock the exit to get to the next part. I need to jump off this enemy, don't I? Like that. And when you bounce off an enemy like that, you can jump a little bit higher, especially if you hold up as you do it. Speaking of holding up, that's how you use these springboards, and I'm trying to get those wings because I'll be able. Because that'll give me some wings that will allow Robocod to fly for the rest of the level, or until he dies, whichever happens first. See, because I've got those wings. If you see parts of Robocod's body disappearing into the wall, the chances are it means that there's a gap in the wall. There's no falling damage in this. You can fall as far as you like and not die, so don't worry about that. I'll grab anything up there. No. Robocod can't touch spikes. That's not a good idea. And you saw an ank on that floor above. That gives you an extra life as long as you haven't got the full complement of 4. As I said, another thing that happens with that picture in the bottom left corner of Pond is that as he loses lives, he becomes the fewer lives you have, the more miserable that his facial expression looks as well. Oh, damn it. Oh, damn it. Obviously, these are like Robocod's answer to the bullet bills in Mario, but I can't get that star, I don't know. Yeah, but when it comes to be able to extend your body to latch onto platforms, some you can, some you can't. See there's an example of one which I can't. It's just a case of trial and error, figuring out which ones you can. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, bloody hell. Controls are very responsive. I can't really complain about those. And as soon as you hear that particular tune, it means you've completely finished this whole area of the door that you went into on that outer part. And there's Pond dancing in victory after having completed that area, and you can tell which areas you completed because you can see at the top of the door there's a picture of James Pond's head. So if it's got that head above it, you don't need to worry about going in there anymore. See, that door had unlocked. Had that door not unlocked, it would have meant I would have had to have gone and done the other level that's down on that floor below. There is a boss. Oh! And that's Robocod having got the bare facts with that boss. Sorry. Scrolling's nice and smooth, great animation on that, and you can run down steep slopes and stairs and pick up some speed, so it's very fast as well. So both of these are open, so you can just pick which one you want to go in. And here there are a few different tunes in this game. More penguin chocolate bars there. The logo looks a bit different now, 30 years after this game first came out, but oh, damn it! I thought I was going to be able to get onto that spoon. You saw there was a there was an umbrella on that spoon. If you pick that, for each umbrella you pick up, you can actually for the next falls you take. Each time you pick up an umbrella, you can just fall off an edge and gently float down to the ground. I'm trying to get onto that spoon. Like this one. See, you can just float down like that, and you can control yourself left and right. You can do that for as many times as you've picked up those umbrellas. And I've got 1 hit point, so if I get hit one more. Oh, God. Oh. Yeah, there's an enemy that's very reminiscent of Bertie Bassett's from Licorice All Sorts. Oh, sugar. And other things that you can. There are some surprising. It's not just a run-of-the-mill platform. It does have some other little surprises. Here are some of those penguins I have to rescue. See, look, the exit's not flashing because I have to touch each of these penguins for that to happen. Now I've rescued all the penguins in the area because the exit's now flashing. That's what I was trying to explain earlier. I've still only got 1 hit point. See, look how miserable that face in the bottom left corner is. As you can see, Pond is only holding 1 finger up now, and that means there's only 1 life left. Some of the hit detection's a little bit iffy when it comes to collisions with enemies. And there are also some points in. Oh dear. And there are also some points in the game in which there are some very fiddly jumps to do, as well as 1 or 2 bits where you might need to do the odd leap of faith or similar, which is a bit of a shame. So as you can see, you get 2 continues, but for the sake of this review, I'm going to finish it there. So that's James Pond 2, codename Robocod for the Commodore Amiga. Dr. Maybe will rule the world. Robocod has failed. Come with us. Smoked kipper for tea. So, as I said, it's one of my favourite Amiga platform games, and it's still very enjoyable 30 years after the game first came out. Graphics are nice and colourful, well drawn, generally well animated, especially Robocod himself. Tons of character. That does make me laugh. Animation smooth, and so is the scrolling. I can't fault that at all. By and large, everything looks nice. There were never really any points in which you couldn't see something that you should have been able to, at least not unintentionally. So sound, well, nice jaunty little fun tunes, including not just that take on the Robocop theme which I mentioned earlier, but also behind some of the levels, actually have the Jingle Bells Christmas song playing in the background, which is very interesting, considering at the time of recording this it's 13th of December 2021, which is 12 days away from Christmas Day that year. Which is actually another reason I decided to leave the reviewing of this game until December. And sound effects are nice and fun cartoon style sound effects in general, and it suits the game really well and adds to its charm. Gameplay, well, by and large it plays really well. Controlling Robocod is for the most part very straightforward and responsive. The animation, the scrolling's nice and smooth, and I never felt like I was in too much danger of crashing into enemies. And as you can see in this track mode, you do get the occasional forced scrolling level, which are a bit of a love-hate thing for gamers. But the game does have some surprise, like it's possible for Robocod to pick up vehicles later that can help him. I would love to give it a 9, but there are a couple of things that prevent me from being able to do that. One is the aforementioned hit detection, which is slightly off at times, and the occasional leaps of faith, and the fact that there are some pretty tricky jumps later on. But it's one where if I were using marking out of 100, it would have been very close to the 90% mark, but not quite. But it's still a great game, and if you like your platformers, I think you'll really enjoy James Pond 2 Robocod. So anyway, I'm going to give Robocod 8 out of 10. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Catch you on another video soon. Texie88 out.